So, is it possible? Yeah. Does he have the talent to do it? Yeah. Was he one of the best fighters of all times? Yeah. So.
Universally, like when you think about boxing, like you know who he is, and like you know like what he brings in his fight. So yeah, man. I mean, we're here.
Freddie Roach was shocked while watching 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao's insane hand speed during training for his upcoming fight against Mario Roach, who had trained Pacquiao for years. Couldn't believe that the legendary boxer still moved like lightning, showing speed and precision that rivaled his prime. Several boxing experts have observed Manny Pacquiao's recent training footage and expressed genuine surprise at his physical condition. At 46 years old, Pacquiao's speed and agility in the gym rival those of much younger fighters. Analysts emphasize that Mario Barrios' upcoming opponent may be facing a daunting challenge, as Pacquiao's quick hands and sharp reflexes seem to have barely diminished over time. This assessment highlights how Pacquiao's experience combined with retained explosiveness could upset expectations, positioning him not as an underdog but a dangerous threat in the ring.
At the same time, with me saying that, I still kind of got Mario Barrios getting the win just because of age, but I would not be surprised if Manny Pacquiao pulls through. I can tell you this, a lot of the internet saying Manny Pacquiao about to shock the world. So I'm just excited. All in all, it's a couple things that I do want to talk about in this regard. One of them being, if Barrios wins the fight, then I feel like we got to see Barrios versus Boots. And I got Boots for the victory, for sure. At the same time, if Pacquiao gets the win, do we see Pacquiao versus Boots? I don't really see that going that way, or I don't see that going good for Pacquiao, if I got to be honest. So I'm very curious on how that's going to go. But personally, the boxing fan in me, I want to see Boots get undisputed. You know, that's what I want to see. So in a sense, I kind of want Barrios to win just so we can see the Boots versus Barrios fight. But the topic of this video is Pacquiao and Barrios, so let's get back into that. That's just exciting just to see Pacquiao with all this footage, the clips, I'm seeing him do press, all of that. It's just exciting just in general. Now, with that being said, I think Pacquiao still got that pop on him. He definitely going to have that speed, or at least close enough speed to what he used to have. I do think it's going to be an exciting fight, and it's in Vegas.
The distinctive sound generated by Pacquiao's punches, sharp and crisp during training sessions, has left onlookers in awe. At an age when most boxers have long retired, Pacquiao's hand speed remains remarkably fast, causing surprise even among seasoned professionals. This unique attribute, often regarded as one of his greatest weapons throughout his career, appears intact and capable of making a significant impact against any opponent. The speed and power behind each strike contribute to a compelling argument that Manny is far from finished. The rekindling of the partnership between Pacquiao and Freddy Roach has energized fans and pundits alike. Roach, renowned for shaping Pacquiao into a global icon, brings decades of experience and a deep understanding of Manny's style. Their collaboration during this comeback training camp in Los Angeles has become a focal point for media and enthusiasts eager to witness what their combined expertise will produce. This reunion underscores a narrative of trust, legacy, and mutual respect that has historically yielded memorable performances. Renowned trainer Robert Garcia has openly expressed admiration for Manny Pacquiao, describing him as a living legend whose influence transcends generations. Garcia emphasized the widespread affection and respect Pacquiao commands throughout the boxing world and beyond. According to Garcia, Manny's determination and relentless spirit make him capable of overcoming obstacles even at this advanced stage of his career. His belief in Pacquiao's potential to succeed reinforces the positive buzz surrounding the upcoming fight. Mario Barrios himself has conveyed a mixture of disbelief and respect about facing Pacquiao. He acknowledges the magnitude of the opportunity and the challenge of stepping into the ring with a fighter whose legacy is legendary. Barrios' remarks highlight the emotional and psychological weight this bout carries, not just a competition, but an encounter with boxing history. His comments also indicate that he approaches the fight with humility, understanding that Pacquiao's reputation precedes him.
Well, Pacquiao's a big name, and obviously Barrios a great fight for Barrios because he's a champion, and I think Pacquiao, being that they both have connections with PBC, that's the easiest fight to make. So, getting another title opportunity, I just the name obviously, but I really believe that Pacquiao shouldn't be fighting. I think it's actually going to be a little. I don't want to say sad because he's going to make a lot of money, so we can't feel sorry for him. But at 46, almost 47, it's almost impossible for I'm just 4 years older, 3-4 years older than him, and it's not easy to try to think you're going to get in shape and be able to perform like the way you were when you were in your 20s and 30s.
You think it's impossible for him to beat Mario Barrios right now?
Well, it's not impossible because he has power. That he should have that power. Barrios is big and a strong boy, so I don't see that happening. But is it possible? Anything's possible. George Foreman did it. There's been others that do it. But I really don't see it happening.
But Pacquiao's speed's the name of his game. Do you think he doesn't have that? There's no way he doesn't have the same speed as before.
There's no way, bro. You guys, I don't know if you guys seen his last performance.
The exhibition where against that big guy.
It was actually embarrassing to see that shit. So it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. You know what I mean?
If Pacquiao wins, what does that do for him? Where does that put him all time?
Hell, come on, at that age, after like a few years, I don't know how many years he's been out. That'd be impressive. It's hard to think it's gonna happen, but that shit would be nice, man. It would be nice. Very few have done it, and he's actually one that could do it.
Pacquiao, he's probably top 5 all time, one of the greatest fighters. Does this?
Hall of Famer Sugar Ray Leonard has publicly backed Pacquiao's decision to return, emphasizing the mental fortitude required to compete at this level. Leonard dispels the notion that comebacks are inherently futile, instead framing success as a product of mindset and courage. His support lends credibility to Pacquiao's endeavor, suggesting that determination and heart remain critical factors regardless of age. Leonard's perspective resonates with those who value perseverance as much as physical ability.
Because I was like, dude, it was a Pacquiao, and I was like, I knew he was retired, and it just wasn't like a fight that I had ever really
thought about.
Yeah, thought about or pictured unfolding in my head. So yeah, then around March was when I was I got the word that okay, we're gonna start working on this for real. All the details, I'm like, oh damn, this is really happening. Okay, cool. I'm all right, let's get it.
It's still when you think about it, is it still crazy for you? You're fighting Manny Pacquiao, who you weren't even born yet, and he was already fighting. I think he might have had a world title. I'm not sure, but yeah.
He might have. Yeah, no, dude. He's again, from my earliest memories, anytime I thought about boxing, he was a name that I knew in the sport. And like I said, it doesn't matter what generation you're from. I think just in general, Manny is one of those names, universally. When you think about boxing, you know who he is, and what he brings in his fight. So yeah, man. I mean, we're here. I'm defending my title against him. So yeah, it's crazy, but I'm excited.